day in the beautiful city of Abeokuta, capital of Ogun State. Another day again, which is 22nd day in the month of August 2023. And I'm so happy to be alive today, and I'm wishing every of our friends a beautiful day ahead, God's willing. And it's your channel, BGI TV Current, where we bring to you what is happening or what is being recorded or printed on the day's newspaper. As regards the Punch newspaper, I usually come with, and my colleague usually come with either Vanguard or The Nation or Nigeria Guardian. My name is Morire Rabila Lawa. Nigeria go better, hey, Nigeria go good, whoa. Nigeria go better. Even though I know some sing, I know say Shegun Pamela, now behind the camera, or not the Martin Corinton, Toje Banana. All the same, it's going to be a smooth ride. Ige,
well, we thank God, not easy, but we bless the Lord for giving us another opportunity this morning. It's a pleasure, and I welcome all our viewers around the world this morning to the paper review of today. My name is Ige or Laliko, and as my colleague just said, we are hoping and praying that after 84 days, when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu resumed office, he has given the baton to all the ministers to kickstart their various ministry and to activate their function as a patriotic Nigerian. So here with me, I have the Vanguard newspaper and the Nigerian Tribune. And from the Vanguard newspaper, from the masthead, I have this: gunmen abduct 8 NYSC members on way to camp in Sokoto. Our PDP governor sent 10 ministerial nominees to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and that's according to Wike. Baby dies as women deliver in toilet, says Benue IDP camp manager. And the board masthead, I have Tinubu to ministers, serve Nigeria, not region or state. And from the Nigerian Tribune, I have this: Wike, Edu, Oyetola, Alake, Adelabu, others rolls out plans. And Morire, from your own end.
On the Punch newspaper this morning, it's written with boldness that yes, FG may raise 17 billion US dollar from oil asset sale. JP Morgan. That's on the top left on the Punch newspaper this morning. And the next one is a government to revive Ajao Kuta. Still, Umahi plans road inspections. And the next one again, board chairman MDs buy additional 145 billion naira bank shares. And the major one again on the hearts of the Punch newspaper: FG may revoke land allocations, demolish 6,000 buildings, slums. I bet you this is coming from the FCT minister, a person of Yesom Wike. And the sub-rider: illegal buildings must go down. I like that. Wike tells ministers, ambassadors, others, slums in Inyanya, Apo, Idu, 27 others may be affected. Residents beg minister. If you want beg minister, now you say you bid land on waiting, you don't suppose bid land. Illegal allocation, and they give you that time. But there is one funny part of the Punch newspaper this morning, but I'm going there sooner. The next one again: Tinubu warns ministers against ethnic politics. Appointees unveil agenda. It means that if you are from Ogun State and you are one of the ministers, you are not representing Ogun State alone. If you are from the northern part of the country, you are not representing the outskirts or the Fulanis alone. You are representing Nigeria as a nation. If you are from the southeast, you are not representing Enugu, Imo, Ebonyi or Anambra. You are representing Nigeria and not Abia State. The next one again coming from Ondo State. Ondo teenager confesses taking parts in over 40 robberies into your law. We will law. Nibo la wa gbe lo. Ye mi o ma le gun moto. And the next one again is coming from one of the girls among the Chibok girls that were kidnapped during the reign of Goodluck Jonathan some years back. She is having the guts, the joy, and the happiness to say, I want to reunite with Boko Haram husband. Aye. Ó jẹ́ kí orí àgbà kó sórí kodò. Olúwa mi. Wọ́n gbọ́mọ lọ́wọ́ èkùrọ́. Ó sọ pé kíní kan ó ṣàtìyẹ́yìn tẹ́ ẹ̀ wò wá. And my Yoruba is not 100%, but all the same. They retrieved her, or she was rescued from the hands of these demons, these cabals, these kangaroos. And she's now coming out to press by saying, I want to reunite with Boko Haram husband. Boko Haram, that they use all these kind of illicit drugs, Viagra, tramadol, to just mention a few, even cannabis. Because I learned they use all of these things in making love to these people and other people that they've captured for molestation and stuff like that. You say you want to go back. You want to go back and do what, Ojari? Though my question wouldn't get an answer. I know. And Nigeria every day. And the last one. Navy arrests 10 oil chiefs with over 100 jerry cans. Fine, it is a good job. But until you're long, arrest one. Let us view and see these people that you are arresting. And let us see these all of these facts that yes, you are arresting them with so jerry cans, and which of the portion have you arrested them from, or the arms, the firearms you met, you found on them, and every other thing, not just writing and printing it. Let us see the facts and figures in order to making sure that yes, we have our two eyes closed whenever we are sleeping. And another one is coming again, according to some of the writers on the Punch newspaper, as Wike is telling all residents in Abuja, FCT, if you know say your house, then build them on top illegal allocation. Please be ready for demolition. Atiku is extending battle against Tinubu presidency. Hopes in US suit. Oh, team win it in Nigeria. Oh, hope we see US ma support judgment US my friend in favor against Tinubu. Some leaders in Nigeria all the same. Our soldiers killed my head, not my own head though, because I never become public office holder. Senator Adiola Yayi. Palliatives again. Soludo to give rice 12,000 naira monthly to workers in Anambra. Kudos. MG vows to tackle food insecurity. We can find ourselves as a nation again to be a producing state with enough food. We can grow beans, we can grow rice, we can grow cassava, we can get so many things out of cassava flour. We can use it to bring out so many things that yes, we can be hitting without importing from outside the world. Nigeria used to be a country as that, which we can still secure such in Nigeria today. Another one again, shocking. Armed men rob motorists in Lagos gridlock. And all of these potholes, all of these unnecessary blockades by all of these security personnel. You are saying you guys are on the road checking and searching and check, or check and search. But all the same, you are only stretching out your hands to collecting either 500 or 200 or even 100 naira, not minding to checking the boots or the vehicle itself. Why won't armed men rob people on motorists when they are experiencing gridlock? These are the things on the Punch newspaper. But a shocking one again. I wonder when these challenges facing us will surely come to an end. UK-bound Nigerian killed while withdrawing money in Imo. Now, there's a lesson I want everybody to understand, that there is no constitution or any written rights, either from the banking sector or from anywhere, that must make your machines unaccessible, either through network or insufficient funds. You need to understand that if people are using the ATM machine, 5 minutes, slot in your ATM card, either you are using current account or you are using savings account. Under 5 minutes, you should be done with your transaction. And even if there is no dispensation coming on, you are having insufficient funds or you are having network problem, it should be between 5 minutes. When the 5 minutes elapses, go away from the ATM machine. Because why? You don't know people monitoring every of these ATMs on our streets. They might come to attack you unknowingly. Before you know it, they'll take your ATM card and tell you, slot it into their own POS. And before you know it, you are robbed. You are robbed. This man was to use ATM machine in Imo. Probably maybe he traveled down from UK to do one or two things in Nigeria. A native of Imo State, or probably he settles down in Imo and lives in Imo, but he met his untimely death at the point of ATM. Another one again, EFCC rearrests Abuja businessman over 500 million naira fraud. Jesu bawa, awo maleti moto, Jesu oluwawa. Let's go.
Okay, Morire, let me take you on this as we are kickstarting the headline for today. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu he assumed office 84 days ago. And yesterday, the ministers took the oath of office. And I think it is high time they kickstart and hit the ground running. But one of the things that caught my attention yesterday, of which I want us to talk about, you just made mention of some aspects of it, is in person of the minister of the FCT. Like from my own end here, he promised to do what? To make sure he bring back the real master plan of Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. And one of the things he also said was that he said that cows will not be allowed to roam the streets of Abuja. Morire, your take on that?
It's going to be a beautiful thing. I saw a video, I think either yesterday or during the weekend, where a bull, not the bull that I know, Oluwapamilene, this woman was walking the streets, and I think she was with a baby, like a baby girl of 3 or 4 years. Then the next thing, a cow attacked the woman and she fled the scene. But the cow was able to attack the young baby that was left in the scene. This cow started kicking and headbutting this young girl, to the extent that no one was able to go nearer or nearest to the cow or stopping the cow from that act. The young girl probably by now must have been going through some kind of trauma, pains, which he or she cannot even tell, because I cannot tell if it's a baby girl or a baby boy of 4 or 5 years old. To the extent that it took some minutes before able men came to the scene with sticks to hit the cow, and the cow fled the scene. Normally, is it sensible? Does it make sense? Is it even right for you to say, yes, you want to go on grazing with your cows and you allow them to roam the street like miscreants? Because they pose death threats to any person. Because you can't determine what is going on their brain when they're on the streets. And they will think they are just having fun because they are meant to head boots. I am in support. FCT Minister, Mobile Phone, go ahead.
Now, Morire, looking at that, Wike also said something. Whether it is true or not, we've not been able to get the fact. But I want to see this as a comedy statement. They said, our PDP governors sent 10 ministerial nominees to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If you look at the antecedents of political gladiators in Nigeria, PDP have taken over the ends of affair for some period of time, of which as at that point in time, I think they spent up to like 16 years in power before the APC came back to take over the power from there. But before then, PDP have been saying that they will rule Nigeria for the next 60 years and above and things like that. Do you think this statement could be possible for the opposition party to send a list of a ministerial to the president on board, of which they are not of the same party?
It is not about speculation. It's about what we think of. It's just like when you say Man U and Chelsea are playing, and after 90 minutes, are you telling me that you expect the players not to embrace themselves, not to have, share handshake or share pleasantries? They are only enemies when it comes to playing or kicking the ball, the football on the pitch. And after 90 minutes, Either there are extra minutes or no extra minutes, they will surely end the football match and embrace themselves. It shows that they are professionals. Forget about the parties. Are they not Nigerians?
Yes.
If you were to be Tinubu now today, and I'm from another party, and I'm granting you an interview, are you telling me outside that camera we wouldn't have pleasantries? Now, there is no constitution that bars opposition party from giving out such a request to the presidency or to the party ruling or the ruling party. So what they have done is just as you saying that I'm a as in party no, but allow them not only shade yes, only shade. See what about you qualify. Fine and good. The presidency will just accept the letter that contains those things and send it to the Senate for screening. If let's go through, fine and good. And they will be selected on merit, not just selection. My take.
Okay. But looking at this from a sad note, we have this. But let's look at it from this perspective. The ministers have just kick-started their functioning as a patriotic Nigeria yesterday when they take the oath of office. But in the midst of that, we now have the report that gunmen abduct 8 NYSC members on way to camp in Sokoto. What is your take on the issue of the insecurity in the country, or what do you expect from those ministers that will mount that particular ministry?
I do not think we have a security ministry, but all the same, the Minister for Defense, for Police, NSCD boss, NSCD boss, the civil defense boss, and that of the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Navy, Immigration, Police, and to mention a few, because we still have the vigilantes. We still have some other interstate security personnel. Now, it is expected of all of these security personnel and their bosses to put all hands on deck, to making sure that between the dates that President Tinubu got inaugurated as the president till their own appointment, we cannot rush them because we don't know how they work with their apparatus. Fine and good. Their best action, we can feel it, and we are feeling it already because we kept on having news on daily basis as regards security challenges, to mention a few, kidnapping and stuff. If you will believe me, you will believe me that in Southwest we have drastic reduction when it comes to abduction of people, when it comes to kidnapping of people in Southwest. We have it like that, but when we still have it as a very, very delicate thing that is not encouraging, is still from the Northwest and the Northeast, and possibly again from the Southeast. Now, I just want the chiefs at the ends of affairs when it comes to security challenges in the country to please do more. But mind you, they can only work when they have sophisticated architecture to worry these people and chase them out of Nigeria.
Okay. Now, let's look at this bold headline. Tinubu to ministers. Serve Nigeria, not region or state. I could recall when the former minister for road was interviewed in person of Fashola. There was a statement he made in the course of the interview then that the last administration, despite the fact that he worked assiduously to make sure that he was able to meet up with the target set for him, that he discovered that, major chunk of what he did in terms of road construction and other things were in the northern part of the country, based on the instruction and the guideline he was given. Now, from that statement, I want to relate it to what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is telling all the ministers now, that you are not ministers to serve region or state, but you are the minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But looking at it, don't you think that for the president to have said this, which means that there must have been some situation or some cases in the previous years or in the previous administration whereby they have been lopsided in government functionings. What is your take on that?
I do not go by that idea you just mentioned, because during the days of President Muhammadu Buhari, there was no minister. There was no minister, I repeat, that acted to doing something to his own geopolitical zone. I do not think we'll have any record as that. That's number one. Then number two, for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to have said that he's imploring the selected and ministers who have gone through the Senate screening and they're now designated minister with their portfolios to work. And as a reminder, he told them, or he said to them, or mentioned to them that yes, do not see yourself as a minister of Southeast, Southwest, South-South, or Northwest, or Northeast, or North Central. It means that you are in this position because I know you can do it. Because President Tinubu said on the news I read yesterday that yes, I believe in them. If President Tinubu is having these mixed feelings about a nominee, definitely he or she might or may not be able to go through the screening and being selected with the portfolio. So now it's a good thing that yes, the president has spoken that yes, do not see yourself as a minister of your geopolitical zone. See yourself as a minister of the country as a whole. And with this, there will be fear. They will want to act on merits. They will want to make things happen just the way we experience the likes of Minister of Works and Housing during the days of President Muhammadu Buhari, who was former Lagos State, Babatunde Raji Fashola. He did his best when it comes to road construction. But remember, all of these ministers during the days of President Muhammadu Buhari, they are working according to what their principals said to them. Now, take for example, most of the major roads that were constructed during the reign of President Muhammadu Buhari, how many of it came to Southwest? I do not think we have any record.
That is what I'm saying.
Except no, see, you are not getting my point. My point is that the principal, they remain the major director.
Exactly. That was why I said they are working based on the guidelines.
Now, Tinubu has said that do not see yourself as a minister of the Yoruba or a minister of the Igbos or a minister to the Northerners. So it means Tinubu is telling them that they should work to making sure the whole of the country enjoys their presence in the office. And when the portfolio is given to you, if I want to take Pamela now as one of the ministers in my cabinet, I will take him to be a minister for entertainment because I know that's where he's good at. Don't take a farmer from the farming sector to a banking industry. The person will not work. The person will not work. And do not take a marketing personnel, experienced marketer, to the place of agriculture. Fine, it could work, but it will not be 100%.
Exactly.
Now, take for example, let's say you read banking and finance now during your school days, and I now want to make you a minister, and I now take you to environmental. Isn't making sense. Exactly. So it is a challenge to them that yes, they need to work vigorously and they need to work with visions to making sure that every ministry work together to making Nigeria a better country, to be an attractive session or an attractive place for international partners for investment. That is what Tinubu is trying to say from there. My own take on that.
Okay. And again, I also want to say that based on Nigerians' anticipation as all the ministers were, as they saw the oath of office yesterday, we've been seeing a lot of promises from all the ministers across the various ministries. Like the minister, the Edu, as a minister, pledges to minimize pains coming with reforms. Then we also said that federal government to prioritize dredging of inland waterways for transportation. That's according to Oyetola. My leadership will anchor on Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. And according to Fagbemi, we will put smiles on faces of Nigeria. But let me quickly take you on this. One of the ministers, before they will saw the oath of office, while during the course of the screening, Fagbemi was asked a question at the National Assembly. But he was suggesting then that if it will be possible, the ICPC and EFCC should be merged up together as one, in order for government to reduce the rate of duplication of function. What is your take on that?
Exactly what is on your mind, because they are working on the same thing. There is no difference between the ICPC and the EFCC. They are fighting corruption and they are arresting people, they are prosecuting people. So why should we have two different commissions working on the same targets and goals and objectives? So I go with the person you just mentioned, even if I do not have the name, but Fagbemi. He has spoken well and he knows what he's saying. Let them be marched, because when they are marched, definitely there's going to be a very robust attack against corruption and looting and laundering of funds in the country and towards outside the country. A good example of such is Atiku Abubakar, former vice president. Go and check his investment in Dubai. It is shameful, it is barbaric. Is Atiku Abubakar the same person we are yelling that yes is in the court against the election results that brought in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Exactly.
Is just too big, because there was a book written by former president of the country, Olusegun Obasanjo, that said that yes, if they should measure the wealth of Atiku Abubakar, it will feed Nigerians rather, or feed Nigeria as a country. Let me use that word. Feed Nigeria as a country for the next 20 years. So what should we be expecting if we go ahead to have voted Atiku in as a president? Definitely we want to kill the country. Then go and check the record of Obi himself. When he was the governor of Anambra State, he was choosing on the people of Anambra State. And what are his scorecard? Let us go and check the records. But come to the likes of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, when he was the Lagos State governor, 1999 to 2003, and that's the first time. Yes, 2003. Then he went on to 2007.
Exactly.
Are you telling me, or can anybody write under this comment section that yes, Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not work in Lagos? Bola Ahmed Tinubu almost made Lagos State to have been like a country, attracting foreign investors to come and invest in Nigeria, and even in Lagos State. Go and check some of the factories in Lagos State today. It's being owned by some of the Asians,
exactly,
some of the Arabians, through which persons list Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If Bola could do all of these things in Lagos State, and if there is a record that stands that Bola Ahmed Tinubu was a very good staff with the Mobil Oil Company, definitely is worth it to become Nigerian president. And I'd like to back my statement up with something, a very factual claim. Former head of state, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, said he is delighted that during his lifetime, Bola Ahmed Tinubu become the president of the nation. And is now even the president of Nigeria. That is even his own happiness. Can Obasanjo say that? Can Tiwa Danjuma speak about that? Can the likes of Abubakar Abdulsalam speak about that? But now, I'm not judging Abubakar Abdulsalam, because when Abubakar Abdulsalam was the head of state, he did his best. Aside that, he was silent and remained on. When we are having any issue with any country, he usually lead as an ex-military leader to bring succor. And he has been maintaining this peace and harmony. But there is no how. He fumbled. But his dividends of ruling as a leader or an ex-leader in Nigeria has covered almost all of his dirtiness. That is, we cannot query him. He did his best, but there are some loopholes concerning the Boko Haram, concerning the insurgency, that yes, your private jet was found with all of this menace, kicking and killing people concerning the insecurity in this country. Your private jet was found and arrested with loads of foodstuff and ammunition, and you are telling us that yes, anybody can fly your private jet into your dorm. Are we dead in this country? My questions, I know, Koleba AC. But I'm not so lonely. Eja ma ba won so, kon ma se ìwà ìbàjẹ́ mọ́ o. Eja ma ba won so. Kon ye ìwà ìkà yìí o. They turn Moludo Rebila Lawa from a newscaster, journalist to a singer. Ọlọ́run rí ni o.
Okay. As we are about to round up, I want to quickly take you on this. Now, we said we have the IDP camp, a place where was created for those that were victims of casualties, of insecurities and the rest of it. But it's quite unfortunate what happened in Benue State. Baby dies as women deliver in toilets, says Benue IDP camp manager. Now, what happened in Sambisa Forest, in Maiduguri and some other parts of the country has led to federal government creating this IDP camp. Is it not high time for government to take these people to restore them back to their various places? What's your take on that?
It is not possible that way, because there is this Yoruba adage that says, okay, now let me just put it literally in English, that there's this saying that says that I'm trying, or Ige is trying to stop me from going to the slump like Westby, but I'm trying to show, yes, I have the zeal.
Okay.
What if I get attacked by scavengers and I cannot like hold on to myself, and I possibly or cabin gets killed, because me, I won't get killed and you won't get killed, and our fans. And as we can come out God bless you. I know you are from Oyo State. So now, if this adage meant well, definitely these people should understand the reason why they are telling them to do it this way and not the way they feel they can do it. So I'm just trying to like say like a counselor, but you can only counsel people from desisting from an habitual act, which is a detriment to their health or to their personality, and they still see beauty in what they are doing. After a warning and the person never yield, allow the person to go.
So is that your take on the IDP camp?
It means that the government need to fight these people that storm the communities, unknowingly or unannounced. Because most times they attack these communities when they are having their night at deep hour, like 1 a.m., like 2 a.m., when every person is asleep. And if you now say that they should return these people, these refugees from IDP camp, back to their community, there will be more killings.
That's a deep one. Now let's look at what Senator Adiola said. He said, men in army uniform robbed, kill my aides. Morire.
It's true and possible.
Do we have anyone from your own end?
Reason why I say it's true and possible is that it is not every person carrying rifle with an army uniform are registered Nigerian army officers.
Okay.
Sometimes all of these miscreants, we call them unknown gunmen, we call them Boko Haram, we call them headsmen, we call them so many names to mention a few. Sometimes you get to see them on the highway, and they wave you down thinking they are security personnel. Before you know it, they pull out the gun without pulling out the trigger. For you to understand that, man, and what do you expect? But the lawmaker representing Ogun West Senatorial, Senator Solomon Adeola, popularly known as Yayi, has alleged that soldiers of the Nigerian army were responsible for the death of his aide, Adeni Isoni. The senator made it known in a statement on Monday signed by his media aide Kayode Oduaro. It had been reported that the lawmaker lost his aide standing in the early hours of Saturday, August 5th. If Senator Yayi truly wanted disciplinary action taken on the very officer that took the life of this aide, whose name is Adeni Isoni, you are coming out to the newspaper speaking today or yesterday 21st and 22nd, which we are reading now, and this incident happened since August 5th. There is no sense in it. Why not act immediately if truly you are feeling the pains that yes, one of your aides was shot down? Compare 5th of August till date. Is he truthful? Are there facts? I'm not condemning this claim, but I'm saying from the humanitarian feeling that if truly you truly miss this aid, Sonny, whose first name is Adeni Sonny, how can you be coming out like 20 days after, claiming that one of the Nigerian army officers along the Ojodu Bega area of Lagos State on your way to your home at Isheri by security agents shot and killed one of your aides? If it was to be your blood brother, will it shut your mouth out since this day till date? May the soul of Adeni Sonny rest in peace. But all the same, we need judgment on the sudden death of Adeni Sonny from the Nigerian army. We need proper investigation and documentation to showing that yes, the soldier is brought to face the wrath of the law. And before we go, there is this spot I want to say about our own daughter, Muson. She's prepared to run the race. As you follow my race, Amuson begins starting defense in Budapest. Remember, she was alleged to have missed a doping test 3 times in a row, and later on they lifted the suspension. 100-meter women's all-those champion and record holder Tobi Amuson will begin a title defense today at the National Athletics Center in Budapest, Hungary. The race starts at 6:12 p.m. According to the event schedule of the championship. Amuson was cleared to defend the title last Thursday by the Athletics Integrity Unit after an appeals panel found she had not violated anti-doping rules despite missing 3 whereabout tests in 12 months. The 26-year-old will be running in the lane 4 and face stiff competition from Olympic bronze medal winner Megan Tapper of Jamaica in the 5th and final heat of the 1st round. See, there is no how the country, the whole world will continue to go on without this discrimination. They are trying to dent her. They are trying to bring her psychological backwardness against her strength, because she has been breaking records upon records and setting new records for herself. And they see her as a threat. That is why they brought against her doping test. That yes, she has missed 3 tests for like 3 times in 12 months. How can you bring out a fact that is not original without authenticity? From this side, I want to say a big thank you for watching us, accepting us, and believing in what we do. We stand to take in corrections for perfections, because we are nothing but pencil in the hands of Lord Almighty. Do not forget, today is the 22nd day in the month of August, year 2023, and I'm praying that our come to our YouTube handle, BGI TV comments. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell, select option all to access all of our broadcasts. We stand in and accept advert. To check on the page, you see the phone number, or give us on loop. We shall get back to you. Have a wonderful time.
And on this note, I say thank you to all our viewers around the world. My name remains Ige or Lalikon. If you enjoyed this edition, kindly join us tomorrow for another edition. Bye for now.